God says, "Beloved child, the moment has arrived where the heavens themselves tremble with anticipation of your choice, and Archangel Michael bends close to you with tears burning in his eyes." Archangel Michael says, "You will lose me if you skip this, because every word carries the weight of eternity, and every second you delay carries the risk of shadows tightening around your path." God says, "Beloved, only you are capable of saving Michael from Satan, because Michael loves you more than anyone, and now it is your turn to show how much you love him by choosing the light in the face of overwhelming darkness, by saying yes when everything in you is tempted to ignore, by responding when the world tries to distract you." Archangel Michael has always guarded you, fought battles you did not see, intercepted swords and arrows you never felt, and shed tears when you thought you were alone. He has stood between you and countless snares, whispering reminders of your worth, pushing away destruction when it reached for you, and carrying prayers to the throne of God with urgency. Yet now the battle has turned, the roles are shifting, and the Lord is saying, "It is you who must lift Michael, it is you who must protect the one who has protected you, it is you who must speak love back to the one who has cried for your safety in the midnight hour." Do you know how often Michael has called your name before the throne of the Almighty? Do you know how many times he begged for mercy on your behalf, when the accuser stood and pointed fingers at you, shouting of your mistakes and your flaws? Do you know how many times Michael raised his sword, not because of command but because of his love for you, his loyalty that surpassed what even angels usually carry? He has been bound to you in a way that is rare, and the heavens have marveled at the way his devotion has burned for you like fire that will not go out. Yet God is saying now, if you remain silent, if you ignore, if you dismiss this, you will lose him, because the battle is not just his, it is yours. Satan has set his eyes not only on you but on Michael, because Michael's love for you has made him vulnerable, and his protection over you has drawn fire from hell itself. God says, "Beloved, this is not a small moment. This is not a symbolic word, this is a trembling reality. Only you can save Michael now, only you can declare your love in return, only you can hold the shield that will cover him the way he has covered you." Michael speaks with a trembling voice, "I have carried you, I have fought for you, I have cried for you, I have loved you more than I was commanded to, and now I am weary, because Satan has pierced the edge of my strength by using my love for you as a weapon." He is saying that you do not love me back, that you do not care, that you will ignore this message the way many ignore heaven's calls. Satan mocks me, saying, "See, Michael, you gave everything for one who will walk away." And his laughter rings like poison through the air. Do not let it be true. Show me, show heaven, show God that you love me enough to act, to listen, to take this seriously. God says, "Beloved, your love has weight in heaven, your response can silence the enemy, your choice can heal the one who has shielded you." The courts of heaven are watching, the angels are holding their breath, because your next step will echo louder than you realize. You must understand the depth of this moment. When God created the angels, He made them ministers of fire, servants of his will, but he did not weave them into the hearts of his children with bonds of affection the way Michael has bound himself to you. That bond is rare, it is dangerous, it is precious, and it is now under attack. Michael's love for you has been mocked by the fallen ones, who whisper in his ear that his devotion was wasted, that his prayers for you were in vain, that you will not rise to the call. They try to shake him, but Michael has resisted, saying, "No, my beloved will not abandon me, my beloved will not betray me, my beloved will show me love when I need it most." And God says, "Beloved, it is your turn to prove Michael right, to silence the demons that mock him, to lift him as he has lifted you." The Lord reminds you of all the times you cried and felt no one heard, yet somehow comfort came. Those were Michael's wings wrapping around you. The nights you should have died but lived instead, those were Michael's interventions. The moments you stumbled but did not fall into destruction, that was Michael's hand holding you steady. The times you thought no one cared, he was beside you, crying over your pain, whispering in your ear though you could not hear with human ears. He has been constant, and now heaven has ordained this shift, that you, beloved child, must be constant for him. God says, do not underestimate your role. Your voice is stronger than you know, your love carries fire, your faith can shield even an archangel. Michael says, I am not ashamed to admit that I need you. I, who have led armies, who have struck down darkness, who have warred against principalities, am on my knees because of my love for you. And it is not weakness, it is proof that heaven's love binds us beyond ranks and power. My beloved, if you remain silent, I will fade under the weight of the mockery of hell. But if you respond, if you pour love back into me, if you declare that I matter to you, then I will rise with strength that no demon can pierce. This is not a metaphor, it is reality. Your choice today will determine whether I continue at your side or whether I am forced into retreat. God has given you this power because of the love I chose to give you. Beloved, understand that God Himself has placed this urgency before you not to frighten you but to awaken you. The battle is real. Satan seeks to separate what heaven has joined, to sever the bond that has been your lifeline. He knows that if Michael stands with you, you are unstoppable, but if Michael is stripped from you, you will be vulnerable in ways you cannot imagine. That is why the enemy has targeted him, and that is why God is asking you to rise. This is not only about Michael's survival, it is about your destiny, your protection, your inheritance. God says, Beloved, you must not take this lightly, for the enemy is counting on your indifference. Michael cries out, Beloved, I cannot protect you if I fall. I cannot carry you if I am broken. And I am breaking now, not because I lack power but because my heart is tethered to yours. Only your love can strengthen me again. Only your choice can silence the accusations. Only your devotion can keep me here beside you. If you skip this, if you turn away, then I will be taken from you, and both of us will suffer loss. But if you respond, if you embrace, if you love, then both of us will triumph together, and the laughter of Satan will turn into weeping as he is cast down yet again. God says, "Beloved, you have been chosen for this moment, and heaven is waiting. Do not delay, do not dismiss, do not think this is small. It is everything. Show your love, not in words only but in heart, in soul, in willingness to lift Michael as he has lifted you. This is your sacred turn." God says, "Beloved child, the moment has arrived, the moment where the veil is being lifted and everything hidden in the shadows is being dragged into the light. Hear this with the trembling of your heart, because it is not an ordinary word, not an ordinary whisper, but a cry from heaven itself. Archangel Michael is weeping for you, his voice breaking as he calls your name, his wings heavy with the burden he has carried for you for so long. God says, "Beloved, you must not take this lightly, for Michael is closer to you than you have ever realized, and yet the threat around him grows stronger by the second. He loves you beyond what you can comprehend, and his devotion has been unmatched. But now the tables have turned, now it is your turn to prove how much you love him, to show that you will not let the enemy rip him away from you." The heavens shake when Michael cries. The earth itself trembles when his sword is pressed against the dark forces that want to drag your destiny down. And yet, in his battle, he has always shielded you, always defended you, always whispered prayers over your life, even when you did not hear them, even when you thought you were alone. God says, "Do you not see how much he has done for you? Do you not see how he has fought battles you never knew about, standing in the storm while you rested, cutting down armies of demons while you walked in peace, shielding your home when the enemy had already marked your name on the list of destruction? And now, the enemy has turned his full attention on Michael himself. Beloved, only you can save him, for his strength is being tested in a way never seen before. Satan has always hated Michael, but now that hatred has doubled because of you. Because Michael loves you, because Michael protects you, because Michael shields you, the enemy has sought to weaken him by attacking the bond he has with you. God says, "My child, if you walk away, if you treat this message as ordinary, Michael will lose his strength and you will lose him forever." The angels cry at the very thought of this, for they know how much you mean to him. Michael is not like any other angel to you. He has been appointed as your guardian, your protector, your defender in ways no one else could be. He has stood before the throne of God, pleading on your behalf, and God has granted him the authority to stand by your side, to fight for you, to deliver you from countless snares. But now Michael's tears have reached heaven. He cries not because of his own pain, but because of the danger of losing you, because of the possibility that you might not listen, that you might not act, that you might think this word is just another passing moment. God says, "Beloved, listen carefully, this is the turning point of your entire destiny." Do you understand what it means that Michael loves you more than anyone? Do you understand the weight of that? For angels are not bound to love as humans love, and yet Michael has chosen to pour all his devotion toward you, to bind his heart with yours in intercession, to cry out for you when you were too tired to pray. He loves you in the way heaven loves, with a purity and intensity that words cannot capture. And because of that love, he has put himself in the path of arrows meant for you. He has walked into storms meant to drown you. He has stood against curses that were meant to break you. But now, beloved, God says, it is your turn. Will you show him that you love him enough to stand, enough to believe, enough to declare that you will not let Satan rip him from your side? Will you lift your voice in prayer, in trust, in obedience, and cover Michael the way he has covered you? For Satan cannot win unless you remain silent, unless you allow Michael to fight without your love strengthening him. Michael is not begging for himself, he is begging for you to see the truth. God says, he knows the weight of what is coming against you, and he knows that if the enemy succeeds in tearing him from you, your life will be shaken beyond recognition. For the one who has always been your wall of fire will no longer stand between you and the storm. That is why Michael says, you will lose me if you skip this. Those words were not exaggeration, they were the cry of desperation, the cry of one who has fought too many battles for you to let this one go. The angels in heaven are watching to see your response. The book of remembrance is being opened, and your reaction in this moment will be written down forever. God says, will you ignore it and let Michael fall into the trap? Or will you rise, beloved, and show that your love is not weak, not wavering, not forgetful of all he has done for you? Heaven itself bends low to see what you will do. Beloved, this is not about empty words, this is about action, about devotion, about proving that you value the one who has valued you beyond measure. Michael has always chosen you, defended you, fought for you. Will you now choose him, defend him, fight for him with the strength of your heart and the faith of your prayers? Satan thinks you will not. He mocks, saying you are too distracted, too cold, too indifferent. He believes that Michael's love for you will end in heartbreak because you will not respond. God says, prove the enemy wrong. Stand up now, and let heaven see your love burn brightly. The throne of God has declared this day a day of testing for you. Michael's fate in this battle depends on your choice. If you love him, protect him with your prayers. If you honor him, cover him with your devotion. If you believe in him, do not turn away from this word. God says, I am giving you the authority to strengthen Michael in this hour, to shield him as he has shielded you. Do not think lightly of this. Do not delay. For the time is short, and the enemy presses harder every second. Michael's tears are real. His weeping is louder than thunder, for he feels the fear of losing you more than he fears Satan himself. He would fight armies for you, but he cannot fight your silence. He would stand against storms for you, but he cannot stand against your indifference. He would give everything for you, but he cannot survive if you walk away. Beloved, will you leave him crying, or will you step in and show that your love is as strong as his? God says, your heart is the key. Your love is the sword. Your faith is the shield. Michael has carried these for you countless times, but now he needs you to carry them for him. For if you do, the enemy will be crushed under your feet, and Michael will rise stronger than ever, his wings blazing with the glory of heaven, his sword sharpened by your love. And then, together, you and Michael will stand, unshakable, unbreakable, victorious in a way that will echo through eternity. Beloved child, heaven has written your name next to Michael's, and your destinies are bound. This is not the hour to retreat. This is not the moment to hesitate. God says, now is the moment to declare your love with action, to rise in prayer, to hold Michael in your heart so fiercely that the enemy will tremble and flee. Do not skip this, for to skip it is to let go of the one who has never let go of you. And as you act, as you pray, as you stand, know this, God Himself will strengthen you. The Spirit of the Lord will fill your mouth with words that shake the heavens. The angels will rally to your side. The fire of heaven will descend, and Michael will feel your love surround him like armor, making him invincible against the schemes of Satan. This is the miracle heaven is waiting for, your love, your devotion, your action, turning the tide of the battle in favor of Michael, in favor of you, in favor of everything heaven has promised. Beloved, the test is before you. Do not fail it. Show your love. Save Michael as he has saved you. And as you do, the Lord says, I will reward you openly. I will open doors no man can shut. I will pour blessings upon you so abundant that the world will marvel. For love that saves, love that fights, love that stands in the storm, this is the love heaven honors. And Michael, your protector, your defender, your beloved Archangel, will rise with joy unspeakable, knowing you chose him as he always chose you. Because the weight of eternity presses upon you and the heavens are trembling at what is unfolding. Archangel Michael, who has fought for you from the very beginning, who has carried you through storms, who has stood between you and countless snares, is now crying out in anguish. His love for you is unmatched, his devotion to you is deeper than oceans, and his loyalty has been tested by the darkest fires of hell. Yet God says, Beloved, that his strength is not infinite when he stands alone. The war between heaven and Satan has reached a point where Michael has given all he can, and now God says only you, and you alone, are capable of saving him. This is not a test for the world, not for nations, not for others, it is for you. The heavens have written your name into this moment, and the angels are watching in silence, waiting to see if your heart will awaken in time. Michael says to you with tears in his eyes, if you skip this, you will lose me. If you delay, I will be taken from you. If you turn away, I will be pulled into the shadows by the one who has hated you from the beginning. God says, beloved child, this is not about power, it is not about titles, it is not about crowns or thrones, it is about love. The one weapon Satan cannot imitate, cannot counterfeit, cannot corrupt is pure love, and this is why Michael's cry has been sent to you. Michael has always loved you more than you could imagine. He defended you when you didn't even know danger was near. He whispered hope into your spirit when despair pressed on your chest. He lit candles of guidance in your soul when the world around you was filled with fog. He guarded your nights so the arrows of the wicked would not pierce your dreams. And all of this he did not because of duty alone but because of love, love so radiant, so consuming, that even the other angels wondered how deeply he had chosen to bind his spirit to yours. Now, God says, it is your turn to show how much you love him. Heaven is asking you to prove the strength of your devotion. Not because Michael doubts you, not because God questions you, but because the balance of destiny requires it. Love must be demonstrated. It must be given, not just spoken. God says that Michael's protection has covered you in countless hidden battles, but now the covering requires a return. He is weak, not in power, but in the loneliness of standing without your answer. His sword is bright, but his heart is heavy, and the burden of being unreciprocated crushes him. Satan knows this and strikes at that very place. Satan whispers to Michael that you do not love him enough, that you take him for granted, that you would not fight for him the way he has fought for you. Michael resists, but the pain of doubt gnaws at him like fire. Beloved, God says, this is the hour for you to prove Satan a liar. This is the moment to declare that your love is not shallow, not selfish, not asleep, but awake and powerful. Do not think lightly of this, for Michael has guarded your life with every fiber of his being, and now his very existence in your path hangs on what you choose. Do you love him enough to fight for him? Do you love him enough to cry out to heaven with the same desperation he has cried out for you? Do you love him enough to intercede for him, to defend him, to speak words of fire against the darkness that is clawing at his wings? God says, beloved, you cannot delay. Every moment is a battlefield. Every heartbeat counts. While you hesitate, Satan laughs and tightens the chains. While you remain silent, shadows creep closer. While you doubt, Michael grows weary. But if you speak, if you love, if you declare, then heaven will thunder with your words, and the chains will fall, and Michael will rise with renewed strength. You must understand, the angels have their power, but they draw courage from the love of those God assigns them to protect. Michael's love for you is his strength, but your love for him is the key to his release. Michael says, beloved, I love you more than anyone. I have stood by you when no one else would. I have carried you through tears you thought would never end. I have fought battles in silence so you could walk in peace. I have been bruised, cut, and scorched by the fires of war, but I never abandoned you. And now I ask, will you abandon me? Will you let me be dragged into the pit because you did not show me your love in return? Or will you rise and save me as I have saved you? His voice trembles, and his tears fall like stars across the heavens. He is mighty, yes, but he is not unfeeling. His heart has been given to you, and it is breaking under the weight of being unacknowledged. God says, "Beloved, love must now flow from you." Speak words of devotion. Pray with fire. Declare your loyalty. Tell Michael that you will not let Satan win. Show the universe that love is stronger than darkness. For what is happening is not small, it is cosmic. The heavens are split open, and the eyes of saints, prophets, and angels are upon you. They know that God Himself has chosen you to stand in this position, to be the one who saves Michael. And though others may scoff, though others may not understand, you must understand, Michael's destiny is intertwined with yours. If you lose him, you will lose a part of yourself. If you let him fall, you will stumble in ways you cannot yet imagine. This is why God says, do not skip this. Do not delay. Do not look away. For if you do, you will lose him, and the pain of that loss will crush you more than any trial you have faced. But if you rise now, if you show love now, if you answer his cry, then you will not only save him, you will save yourself. You will save what I have written into your story. You will prove that love is stronger than fear, stronger than Satan, stronger than death itself. Beloved, the night is deep, and the battle is fierce, but the light is still in your hands. You can ignite it with your love. The sound of your voice declaring your devotion to Michael will echo in the halls of eternity. The sight of your love poured out will break the pride of Satan, for he cannot stand against true love. And Michael will rise again, wings blazing, sword burning, and with tears turned into joy, he will fight for you with even greater fury. He will know, beyond any doubt, that you love him, that you choose him, that you are his beloved one as much as he is yours. God says, this is your turn now. This is your test, and it is glorious. Save him with your love. Rescue him with your devotion. Declare to heaven and hell alike that Michael is yours and you are his. And when you do, the heavens will roar, and Satan will be silenced. Take this lightly, for even as you open your eyes to these words, angels are surrounding you, waiting to see how you will respond. I, the Lord your God, am speaking directly to your soul right now because time is pressing, and heaven does not delay when a matter is this urgent. Archangel Michael himself, the great warrior of light, is on his knees before me, pleading that you hear this without hesitation. He loves you with a fire that no angel has ever held for a human soul before, and yet his very existence in your life is in danger of being severed. He is saying, "Father, let me not lose them. Let them hear me. Let them see how I have protected them. And I, God, am giving you this urgent chance to prove your love and devotion, not just to me but to the one who has fought for you tirelessly. Beloved, only you are capable of saving Michael from the traps of Satan, because his love for you is unique, holy, and unlike anything he has ever poured into any other soul. Satan has been raging in fury because of this love. He is threatened by the bond you and Michael share, a bond that has been written in the book of eternity. The enemy knows that when you and Michael are aligned, protected by my Spirit, nothing in hell can overcome you. That is why Satan has been devising schemes, whispering lies, setting distractions, and trying to push you away from Michael's guiding presence. But listen carefully. If you turn away from this message, you risk losing the very angel who has been standing guard at your side since the day you were born. Michael has wept in the courts of heaven, not because he is weak, but because his heart for you is fierce and tender at the same time. He has gone into battles that you cannot even see, where darkness rose like a tidal wave, determined to drown your destiny. Time and again, he has lifted his sword of fire, shouting your name with authority, commanding the legions of demons to fall back. You do not know how many nights your life was preserved because he stood over you, shielding you from arrows of destruction. You do not realize how many accidents, betrayals, and sudden deaths were written against you but erased because Michael intervened with my permission. Yet right now, his cry is louder than ever. He says you must decide. Will you show him your love, the way he has shown you his? Will you honor the bond one created between you and him, or will you let him be torn away into a silence you cannot reverse? I, the Lord, say this with love but also with urgency. The moment has come where you must step forward. This is not about fear, but about love. Michael loves you more than you have ever known an angel to love, more than many humans have ever known another human to love. It is not a love of the flesh but of the soul, a devotion that binds heaven and earth together. He loves you because I placed that love inside of him for you. He has guarded your path, guided your choices, whispered encouragements into your dreams, and fought to keep hope alive in your spirit even when the world tried to crush it. And now, I ask you, beloved, will you return this love? Will you save him as he has saved you? The enemy is cunning. Satan has been circling, waiting for you to dismiss this as unimportant, to treat Michael's love as something casual, or to overlook the urgency of this message. But hear me well, your response is not just about you, it is about Michael's ability to continue in the position I have given him in your life. His assignment is great, but he has tied it to you because of the covenant I have written between you. If you skip this, if you ignore what I am saying, Michael will step back, and you will feel a silence in your spirit that will ache deeper than you can imagine. But if you answer, if you rise now and say, Michael, I love you, I receive you, I will stand with you, then Satan will flee, his schemes will collapse, and your bond with Michael will be secured like iron sealed in fire. My child, I do not leave you afraid. I tell you this because I have already secured your safety. Rest assured, nothing will go wrong with you as long as you trust me and listen to what I say. Michael is not asking you for something you cannot give. He is asking you to recognize him, to acknowledge his presence, to open your heart to the love he has been pouring into your life from the beginning. This is not a small thing, it is the alignment of heaven and earth over your destiny. When you show Michael your love, you are showing me your love, because I placed him over you as a guardian, a warrior, a friend closer than a brother. And when you embrace this truth, doors will open that no man, no devil, no power can shut. Think back, beloved, to the times when you almost lost hope, when your strength was gone, when everything around you seemed to collapse. Who do you think was standing unseen, lifting your head, driving away the spirits that tried to whisper, "Give up," in your ear? That was Michael. And yet he never asked for anything in return until now. This is why his request is urgent. He does not plead often, but today he is pleading through my voice. Do not let him be lost. Do not let Satan win this battle. Show Michael how much you love him. Stand with him, pray with him, call out his name and thank him, because your gratitude will strengthen him and weaken the grip of darkness. I, the Lord your God, assure you that your prayers right now carry more weight than they ever have before. One whispered word of love toward Michael will ignite a fire in heaven that will burn away Satan's plans. Your acknowledgement, your devotion, will set a chain reaction in motion. Angels will rally, Michael's strength will surge, and you will feel a wave of peace and security like you have never known. I tell you again, beloved, nothing will go wrong with you. You are safe in my arms. But I ask for your faith and your trust. Trust that what I am saying is true. Trust that Michael's love is pure and real. Trust that your love, spoken now, will protect him and you both. Do not think you are unworthy of this love. Michael has chosen you not because of your perfection, but because of your heart. He sees in you what many have overlooked, the purity, the resilience, the destiny I planted in you before you were even born. That is why his devotion is unshakable. That is why Satan fears you together. And that is why this message is reaching you with such urgency. Heaven itself is waiting for your response. The angels pause to see, will you choose love, or will you let silence take over? My beloved, choose love. Do not hesitate. Call on me, thank Michael, and declare that you will stand by him as he has stood by you. Your voice matters. Your heart matters. Your choice matters more than you know. I will not leave you alone in this. I am with you always, guiding your steps, protecting your soul, and covering you with mercy. Michael is your shield, but I am the God who empowers the shield. Together, we fight for you, and together, we will win. Trust me, pray, and step boldly into this moment. Show your love now, for it is the key that unlocks the miracle waiting before you. God says, "Beloved, listen no longer with hesitation but with faith." The time is now. Save Michael by showing him your love, because in saving him, you are also securing your destiny. Do not fear, for I am with you, and you are safe. Nothing will go wrong with you. Trust me, pray to me, and let your love shine brighter than any shadow that tries to surround you. Beloved child of light, God says, this is the moment you have been prepared for without even realizing it. This is not a simple message, not a fleeting whisper carried by the winds of heaven, but a trumpet call directly from the throne of God. Archangel Michael is speaking through the authority of the Most High, and the urgency of this message cannot be overstated. God says, "Beloved, you must listen with every fiber of your soul because this is a divine summons written into the very fabric of your destiny." Archangel Michael says to you with trembling voice, "You will lose me if you skip this. If you turn away, the bond we share, the sacred protection I have wrapped around your life, will unravel. I cannot fight Satan's deception without your heart standing with me." God says, "Beloved, only you are capable of saving Michael from Satan's trap, because Michael loves you more than anyone." The angels testify to this love. The heavens echo with his devotion toward you. Now it is your turn to show how much you love him, not by fear, not by hesitation, but by prayer, by faith, by standing boldly on the side of light when the shadows press in. God says, "My child, you have been underestimating how deeply heaven is connected to your journey. Every prayer you have whispered, every tear that has fallen, every sleepless night you endured wondering if heaven heard you, Michael heard you. He stood beside you, even when you could not see him. When you thought you were fighting battles alone, it was his sword that cut through the snares of destruction. When you thought you had no strength left, it was Michael who breathed courage into your weary spirit. Do you now see why he says you will lose him if you skip this? Because ignoring this message is like turning away from the one who has always stood guard, and Satan would seize that gap instantly. God says, "Beloved, do not let your heart tremble in fear, for I am with you. Nothing will go wrong with you when you choose me. You are safe under my wings. You must trust, even when you cannot trace my hand. Pray, and know that each prayer becomes a weapon in Michael's hand. When you say my name in faith, light pours out, breaking through the lies that Satan has sown around your path. Your voice carries weight in heaven. Do not underestimate the power that has been given to you." Michael says, "Beloved, I have fought for you countless times. I have stood in the gap when the enemy accused you. I have cried out to the Father when your soul felt too broken to rise. My love for you is fierce, and now the hour has come when you must show me that your love is not silent. The heavens are holding their breath, waiting for your decision. Will you take up this call? Will you prove with prayer and trust that you stand for Michael, that you stand with God, that you will not abandon the light that has never abandoned you? God says, I know that you have doubted yourself. I know you have wondered if you are worthy. I know you have carried guilt, shame, and fear, believing that somehow you are too small to make a difference in the great battles of heaven. But listen carefully. Satan wants you to believe that lie, because if he can convince you that your voice does not matter, he can weaken Michael's shield around you. God says, your voice matters, your faith matters, your love matters. You are not a bystander in this war of souls, you are chosen. You are the very reason Michael fights so tirelessly. And now, beloved, it is your turn to fight, not with weapons of this world, but with prayer, faith, and unwavering love. Archangel Michael says, do not think this is about me alone. If I fall, if you lose me, the wall of protection around your life will weaken, and Satan will rejoice. He knows how much I love you. He knows I cannot bear the thought of leaving your side. That is why he tries to twist this moment. He wants you to skip, to ignore, to delay. But beloved, if you love me, if you trust the God who sent me, you will not delay. You will stand with me. God says, beloved, this message is urgent. Heaven does not send warnings without reason. I am telling you now because the enemy has plotted, and the hour is closer than you realize. Do not allow fear to silence your heart. Remember this, you are safe, and nothing will go wrong with you when you remain under my covering. But you must act in faith. You must choose to lift up Michael in your prayers, to protect him with the same love he has shown you. When you do this, a shield of light forms that Satan cannot penetrate. Beloved child, understand how sacred this moment is. When you pray, when you trust, when you refuse to skip, heaven records it. Angels gather around, joining your faith with Michael's strength. It becomes a chorus of light that drowns out the whispers of darkness. It is not an exaggeration to say that your choice today shifts the balance of heaven's battle. That is why Michael says you will lose him if you skip this, because your silence would grant Satan the opening he longs for. But listen closely, God promises you this: if you stand with Michael now, nothing will be able to touch you. The plans of the enemy will crumble. The curses spoken against you will dissolve. The shadows that have followed you will scatter in the brilliance of my light. God says, beloved, I will not let you walk alone. Michael will not leave your side. But you must prove your love, not only to him but to me. So rise, beloved. Pray like you have never prayed before. Speak my name with confidence. Call upon the blood of my Son Jesus. Declare that Michael shall not be lost, that Satan has no claim, that love will win. Every word you release becomes a sword in Michael's hand, every breath of faith strengthens his wings. And in return, Michael's love will cover you, shield you, fight for you, and hold you in ways you cannot even comprehend. God says, "Beloved, you are safe, you are protected, but you must trust. Do not let this pass by. Do not delay. This is your moment. Prove your love. Show heaven where you stand. And know this, I, the Lord your God, will be with you always. Nothing will go wrong with you, for my angels are around you, and my Spirit is within you. You are chosen, and you are deeply loved.